Okay, 79 is our current reading. Temperatures are starting to go up again. North winds at about 3 miles an hour, partly cloudy skies, and 31% on the relative humidity. Some mid-80s down in the southeast, southwest, and then some 70s from Las Vegas to Santa Fe, 77 in Santa Fe right now, and 82 in Farmington. Here's the forecast as I see it for the metro for the day. Just like yesterday, we're going to be in the upper 80s, and that means about 88 officially at the Sunport. Partly cloudy skies. Could see a spot shower or thunderstorm along the mountains, and I think that's where it's going to be restricted to. 59 to 62 with fair skies for your overnight lows from the valley to the heights. And then for your Friday, 89, partly cloudy. Still, I'm not looking for much rain chances just yet, other than an isolated storm coming off the mountains. And that's what we're starting to see already, especially to the north and a little bit down south. But the bigger picture, there's just not a whole lot happening. Everything is shifting off to the east, and it'll continue to do that. So here's a radar, the big picture. You see the storms lining up off the mountains there. And then the activity that we had overnight in the southeast and the eastern parts of the state, just about gone. But a closer look, if you look at what's going on, there's some pretty good thunderstorms that are developing between Santa Fe and Las Vegas, heading towards Vaughn and Clines Corners, and then back into the Jemez, also from Cuba, moving down towards Zia Pueblo, and then around Taos and Red River, Angel Fire, all of this working its way off the mountains and moving straight south. So if it continues to do that, it should move through parts of the East Mountains a little bit later on into the day. And if you get under one of these isolated storms here, you're going to get some good silken rain. But it's going to be real isolated. You see a little further down south. So here's been the deal for the last few days. The high moved over. We talked about that. And then it pumps in the moisture, and that allows the monsoon flow to kind of get going. Doesn't last long, and it hasn't. It's been the same scenario. It's moving back to the northwest now, and front after front continues to drive on through. We had one overnight, and that's what kicked back the canyon winds here overnight. And now we're going to see several as we head into the weekend. So that's going to mean best chances for showers and storms, just like we're seeing out there now off the mountains and across the east and southeast. For the central, the western parts of the state, it's going to be a lot more spotty. As far as what's going on now nationally, a lot of thunderstorms now developing from Atlanta all the way down into the Florida Panhandle, and then from Chicago back towards Dallas. Meanwhile, the west is looking good. Temperatures are going to be really hot in L.A. today, right at the century mark, as well as San Antonio, 90 in Oklahoma City, and 70 for Chicago. Even the Big Apple is going to top out in the upper 70s to near 80. All right, here's your 7-day outlooks, looking at some low to mid 80s all the way into the weekend, and partly cloudy skies, spot chances for some storms for Santa Fe. For Albuquerque, it's more about the temps. Back up to normal. That means upper 80s. Of course, we started out the week with a couple of cool days and some rain. Now the rains get a lot more spotty, and the temperatures settle in where they should be this time of year.
Okay, very good. It's been great.
Yeah, it has been great. Nice time of year.
It is. Love this part of year.